Toxins generated by decomposition, incineration, or unintentional fires can contaminate water, air, and land. And today, we're gonna catch giant fish out of this habitat. What is up, MFers? So pumped for the video today. We caught some absolute freak-zilla bass, and they have been holding in a very toxic piece of cover that I just referenced right there. You wonder what type of cover it is? I'm actually standing right next to it right now. Right there, folks, tires. Now, unfortunately, guys, back in the 1970s and even earlier, the EPA did not have too many regulations about what the DNR and the Corps of Engineers could dump into bodies of water to use as fish habitat. But fortunately for us bass fishermen, they did. They dumped a whole bunch in there. Guys, chances are if you live anywhere near a man-made body of water that was, I don't know, even had habitat put in it before the 1990s, 1980s, there's a very good chance that you guys have giant tire reefs in your lakes as well. Today's video, I'm going to show you what baits I use to target those fish around those areas and catch my biggest bass of all of summer in the video. You're not gonna wanna miss this one. Let's go rip some. That doesn't feel small. First cast, ooh, with the shaky worm. Don't hate that. Right onto them tire piles. I could not see a fish right there. Come here, big girl. Hell yeah, that's a way to get the day started. Freaking gulped it too. Look where that shaky worm's at. Little blood apple guy. Down the gullet. Look where that joker got that thing. First cast now with the shaky worm. Hell yeah, dude. Throw him on the scale right quick. We'll see how big a limit we can get today. I don't think this guy's gonna make our 5 if we're gonna have an actual big limit, but it's a starter guy. He weighs in at 529. Okay. I guess if we're gonna start, might as well start with a solid one on the old shaking worm. Hell yeah, brother. A little 7-inch divine shaky worm. I believe this is a 3/8 ounce head, 6-inch job. Man, look at that. There's so much bait on the screen right here. And then you get over there and you can kind of start to see some squigglings on the bottom, and that's what that guy was on, the bottom. But a big bait, small bait, I'm calling all bait in this one spot. So never go wrong when you got lots of bait. I don't see the big ones blasting around quite yet, but the sun gets up a little bit and they'll get positioned on these tires probably a little bit better. Then it could go down. Oh man. There's a big wad of them right there. I'm gonna throw my hair. No, I'll throw my spoon. Spoon will probably get the biggest one out of that group if I can get it down to him in time. Fall, spoon, fall. Freaking giant school of big ones right under the boat almost. 30 feet out. Can't believe one didn't crush it by now. Oh my god, they're doing laps are out. That one got it. There we go. Oh my god, look how many of them are right there with him. Not even fighting. How big is that one that just boat flipped on that Milliken rod? Yeah, bud. School of about 20 of these boys down there. That's what I'm talking about. That's an improvement in size, huh? You guys see that other one come up just right up calm with it? This guy wasn't even fighting. Look at that damn fish. Oh my goodness. Wish I wasn't putting on a show for 2 other boats that were right here. I'd be showing you guys these fish a little bit better, but that's a tank right there. Let's get him on the scale really quick. He will add to our total. Took forever to get one to finally react, but I'd say it was worth it to leave it down there, huh? Clear it. Still got my smallie weights on here. 712, 716. I should probably be more excited about a 716, but let's get back in there. Magnum spoon. That's too much fun. Man, they are out here on these tires. Look at that fish. Come on, go back down. Get to baby him, maybe. Oh no, there he goes. Sweet. I wish you guys could have seen how many were right there in that group. Like I said, I'm shocked I didn't get one to eat it sooner. I'm gonna do the smart thing that I always like to do, which is catch fish on a bait, Switch up immediately. Switched up to the hair jig because I can put it on these fish. It falls straight down and it falls faster than the spoon, so it's easier to use it with a live scope. It's got a little bit less draw and attraction than that spoon does, because that's just such a erratic, hard-hitting bait that spoon is. But this is an easier bait to put on them. There's one following it the whole way in, but I don't think he's gonna go. Kind of set up long now, like I was telling you guys about the other day, horizontal along the bottom. So I'm gonna switch to this shaky head. Oh man, there's a giant one like right under the boat. It's funny, these fish are feeding on bait, but you drag that shaky head through there. That first time through, that one smashed it, which is one of the biggest tips I can give you guys for fishing around areas that are just loaded with bait. Sometimes it's best to throw something that is not bait. And one of my favorite things, whether they're in a foot of water, like in the fall when the creeks just get absolutely loaded up with bait, or even right now when there's just a ton of bait out deep, is a worm on a shaky head. That's one of the best all-time presentations under bait balls, when it's just matted schools of bait everywhere like this. Look at this. We're out here deeper, like I said, but there's some interference, but most of that's just bait at all depths. There we go, I got him. Yeah, that one followed it all the way down to the bottom. That one feels big. I ripped that up out of that school and it finally triggered him to bite and fight. How big are you? Pretty big. Can't tell if he's hooked well or not. Oh yeah, he's hooked well. Give this guy a show again. There we go. That's a big one on the big spoon. He's not happy about it either. Look at that thing. Boom, he got that hook good. I was ripping that in. That was so cool right there, but I had given up. There's a school of fish with like 10 of them down there following this thing as I ripped it up and down. They weren't coming up off the bottom super aggressive at it, so I thought that it was pretty much done. So I reeled it in really quick to throw something else down there. This guy shot up off the bottom, so I dropped it right back down. Blam. Got it. See if we can get another one to our limit here. See what I was saying about that 5-pounder to start with? How about this guy goes? Oh my God, he's bigger. 725, 720. Spoiled City. Mega. Well, we're catching some absolute freaking giants. We're gonna get right back to it, but I wanted to tell you guys really quick what we're fishing exactly. It's along Main Lake Point, which is obviously always a good summer area, but for whatever reason, this point has more bait fish rolling over it, all different sizes of bait too. I'm seeing some on my screen that are clearly little tiny threadfin shad, and I'm seeing some blast along the bottom in schools of like 15 to 30 or 40 even, that are bigger. They're probably either big gizzards, they're somewhere in this side range. They might be tilapia, they might be big bluegill, I don't know. The bass are chasing both though. I'm kind of seeing the bigger bass in schools down by the bottom. They're kind of pushing around in little wolf packs of 5 or 6 fish. And then there's a bunch of little fish that are 1 to 3 pounds. They're up blasting around chasing those little tiny threadfin shad. So I'm trying to mimic that bigger bait, and this big spoon has been the best bait to throw for them so far. A lot of times I can catch these fish on a hair jig, I can catch them on a worm, which I have caught some on the worm, and I can catch them on the line through a lot of times too, or even the glide bait if they get kind of stuck in one spot and suspended. But for whatever reason, they are just reacting so much better to this big spoon so far today. I'm not gonna fight him on it. I'm gonna keep throwing this thing and see what we can get this damn limit up to. I think it's getting to the point where I'm hoping to get 35, 40 pound limit today. I don't know, let's see what we can do. Yeah, bud, big worm, super magnum worm. The old 9.5. These wormfish fight harder. It's like the damn spoonfish just give up right away. Look at that. That's on the giant worm. I ain't even putting him on our best 5. That's a 4-pounder though. 4-pounders can eat the monster worm too. That's that 6 inch 7/8 ounce shaky head. I think it is 7/8. That sounds right. Gets down there though, stays down. I like that. You're dragging a shaky head on the bottom like this. You don't need any reason to not have it on the bottom, but that's a monster worm and a decent bass. Can't complain. All right, you guys ready for a big one? Let's see if we can get one of these guys to react. More like, can we hit one of these guys in stride? Because they are moving. Here we go. Going down to them. See if the schooling mentality takes over and they lose their minds. There's like 8 big ones right there. Yeah, they're chasing it. Got him. Yep. Oh, they're all coming with him too. All of them up there with him. We have to start using some of those. That might be the biggest one yet. Some of those hooks that are basically like stinger hooks. Oh yeah, it's a giant. God dang, how many of those guys are this size is the question. Look at that freak. Boom. Look at that giant tire pile magnum. Oh man, freakzilla. Gotta love that. Look at that freaking unit, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, buzz. That's not a double digit, I don't think, but that's a freaking giant. Finally found a group that's wolf packing, and the fish got a little tougher since I've been here. They know the presence of the boat, obviously, and the bait fish probably do too. They're probably not loaded up like they were, but finally found a group of 7 or 8 of these guys blasting around, and that schooling mentality kicks in even when they don't want to eat. Look at that guy. Giant one. Get him on the scale. I think he'll go into our 5 probably. Let's see what he weighs. Let's see what she weighs. What? That can't be right. 1086. I gotta weigh that one again. Clear it out. Let's weigh her again. 1067 that time. I don't know if it's 1086 or 1067, but stackgum summer DD is what that is. I didn't think that was a 10 there was any way, but that's a freaking tank. Hell yes! Take our time getting old girl back used to it. She came up out of probably 20-ish feet of water, so make sure she gets down. The air bladder's not too full. We don't need to fizz her. Look at that fish, probably a 26-inch fish. Long, summer. There she goes. You guys might not think I'm excited about that, but I'm thrilled about that. I haven't caught a double digit in months. It's been tough, but I've also been doing some other things like trying to tournament fish, figure out some of these other lakes, fish for smaller ones, and mostly I didn't fish a lot this summer because we had Max and I want to spend time with him, and we'd had a great freaking summer. He's back in Nebraska now, unfortunately, but we will see him and get him back down to Texas again soon. I'll be back in Omaha here soon too. I'm freaking stoked. This tire pile has been fire. There's another one I know about too. We just haven't had to leave the spot we started on. Big spoon's definitely been the way to catch a big fish though. And there's a tournament here in a couple days that I think I might come hit. So we still got smallmouth from South Dakota on here because I haven't used the scale much, but we got a 529, a 716, a 720, a 1086. Disregard those two. I don't know what that equals out to because we haven't added it up yet, but let's see if we can get another gigantor. Let's just catch another 10. It'll be easy. Then we'll have more weight than we have now. Maybe 2 more 10s. 3 more 10s. Do it. Got him. Another big on the line through. Another big on the line through. It's a heavy boy. Heavy boy. How big are you? I want to know, but I'm scared that you'll jump off, so be careful. Freaking pulling, man. Oh my god. Well, you know, just another 7. Gotta pull out that little 5-pounder we got though. Not hooked for shit, of course. He was with about 6 others. We got another one of them wolf packs. Man, these fish are freaking strong. Strong little summer fish. You bet. Little line through eater. Look at that, hook was just sitting in there. Got lucky that we caught him. Another good one. He's a little skinny. Skinny and drawn out. He's been down there fighting too hard. I don't know what he's been fighting, but he's been fighting too hard. All right, this makes number 5, even though we did have that 4-pounder I didn't weigh, but this is bigger than that. 674. Lock him in. Nope, 679. All right, we're getting there. We're now at minus this 0.19. I don't know why that's on there. Let me wipe the screen off. We're at 37.52. Hell yeah, brother. Just shy of 7. Hardest fighting one, of course. Little line through action. Can't hate that. I saw those guys in the distance. I was gonna pick the spoon up, but I was like, hey, I better put it on them. So I did, and then I caught him. Oh my God, it's a giant. Oh man. Freaking gobbled it. Is that gonna be the one? Is that gonna be the one to take us over? Gotta catch his ass first. He's out of his mind. Got the hook deep too. Oh, one-eye bandit. Dude, chill. Chill, bro. Just cruising out there by himself. Got that hook deep. Barely got the hook, but got it deep. God dang, that was badass. I don't even know how to judge these fish anymore. Big, I guess, right? Deal. All right, this is gonna be bigger than our smallest one, that's for sure. We're currently at 37.52. Yeah, that ain't gonna take us there, I don't think. Oh yeah, that's only 5.79. So he gave us some. He gave us half a pound. So we're at 38.02 now. Yahtzee, line through boy. That was cool. Thought he was a giant when he came up, had a big old head. Cannot hate it. And the final tally of the day was 38 pounds, right at about 38 pounds for my best 5 fish. That's the biggest limit I know of that's been put on the interwebs, that's been caught out of a tire pile like that, including a double digit. And guess what? We got a little tournament there in a couple days. So next video you guys see will be from that tournament. Got a feeling I know where I'll go fish a little bit. If you guys like tournament videos, hit the subscribe button right now because I will have one coming very soon. I'm out of here. Peace.